All right, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I got a couple phone calls that I had to take care of real quick, and usually you don't get those phone calls until you're busy doing something or you're trying to do something with your phone, right? So yeah, we had the fire pretty stoked a little bit ago, but we're down a little bit because I got sidetracked and I was trying to get out here sooner and do it. But it'll flame back up, you know. Goes through changes. Anyway, shout out to you, RC and J Brad. Nice to see you guys. Oh my goodness. It's been quite the ordeal. I'm telling you. Just gotta wait. We'll see who all pops in. Um, I did move it up to 8:30 because I didn't know if we'd have the fire going in time. But then it was going before I was ready. Then it switched. Oh, did Bigfoot coffee? Is it done? Ooh, see, there it goes. Ooh wee, look at that. It was just like it caught a little piece of these little sticks and see those sticks really go off, Corey. They're all over the ground. Bigfoot. Bigfoot, Corey. Here, let's just put some more stuff on there. If it likes those things, we'll just stick a bunch of those in there. Now, a lot of mowing got done today. It's a pretty big yard. There's two sides of it. And I put a couple shorts up. If you haven't seen them, guys, are pretty funny of Bigfoot mowing and weed whacking. And yeah, so we've been up here. We got here yesterday. Um, Long drive. It was a little over 8 hours. Took us just under 12 because we stopped for a couple hours and rested, if you could call it that. It was more like falling out from exhaustion and then waking up with your neck stiff as fuck and can't hardly move it. Excuse my language, but that was the truth of it. I was hoping so. At home right now, it would only be 7:44. It's an hour ahead here. So, hi, honey. How you doing? Yeah. Ouch. So I went to make a coffee and put creamer in it. This is how distracted I was. My daughter called. I was trying to talk to her, trying to make coffee, wondering if I needed a jacket. It's a little cold out here, but I am outside of Beaches. We are having a little campfire here. Um, Bigfoot did a bunch of yard work today, and then we worked on some stuff inside, and then I'll take you back here in a little bit, but well, no, I'll just take you guys around now. Hold on a minute. I can't really see, so I don't want to fall. But I come around here to the back porch. There's two porches. This one's the back one that's off of the master bedroom. And ow, okay, of course I did. I walked right into the back deck stairs. Why wouldn't I? So we put lights all the way around her deck for her. They're all the way around. I can see them a little bit better when I'm up there, but if I go through there, the dogs will attack me. My dogs, that is, because they're all frantic, but they're pretty neat. They go all around the whole deck, you know. We've got them on like a slow mode right now. It's like energy saving, but these are solar powered, so no need to plug in. Those, oh, okay, yeah, I need to look down. Okay, guys, I'm gonna turn you around for a minute because I just walked into two big pieces of wood, and that's my bad leg. So I gotta use the front of my camera first so I can see. Okay, I think it's better if I just sit down so I don't kill myself out here. Back in the day, we used to always take rope lights, right? And I would run them out my door from like along my sidewalk at my little house out in the country, and then out and around. And if we had like tents up or we were camping out or doing a big fire, we would run them all around this whole side of my yard. It was like, and it was like over 200 some feet of rope light. It was like 5 or 6 sets of 48 feet hooked together. It was crazy. But man, those are so helpful because you can see where you're going. Okay. Be all right. I'm hoping to get a few folks in here so I can go over this whole wild cruise that I went on That wasn't supposed to be a solo cruise, but turned into a solo cruise, y'all. It really did. And of course, after I got back, I ran into a couple people that were like, "Oh, I would have gone totally." And I'm thinking, yeah, but I didn't even, there's those are the ones you don't think of, or you know what I mean. So, but yeah, there's been a lot that had to get done here. Anytime you move, it's a lot of work, let alone a place that hasn't been, lived in for a while. So a lot of cleanings going on, a lot of glass cleaning, hanging stuff, changing outlets. We've pulled a furnace completely apart. It was cleaned out, and then Bigfoot reinstalled it, and they got it to light, and so now there's heat. And then we got the bathroom going and cleaned up, and a water heater's the next thing that needs replaced, and then a kitchen sink faucet, and we're good to go. So a lot of positive things have happened. We're trying to deal with dogs though on top of all of this. Beachy has a dog, 3 cats, and I have 3 dogs, and we're trying to segregate them away from each other because it's not her dog, but my dogs are like barking at the bigger dog or scared or whatever the problem is. My gosh. Rose Petal, hi sweetie, how are you? Oh, I walked back there to show him the back lights, and I thought, why did I do that? I walked right into like the stairs or something.
Oh,
You know, gotta make sure I hurt my bad leg all the time, run right into stuff. So anyway, guys, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So what happened was we were just about out of Iowa, which is our state, just about to cross the Mississippi River on the bridge, takes you into Illinois. And I'd say 2 miles before it, possibly, Bigfoot went to take a drink of his big old coffee cup. And like, it was like, so, okay, so it was like really slow motion, but happened really fast, if that makes sense. All I know is the next thing I knew, we were dancing all over the road with a fucking deer that didn't know which way it wanted to go. And the end result of that was that we ended up clipping him so he didn't too much damage to our vehicle, and his horns damaged the door, the glass, and ripped the driver's side mirror slap off, literally. And this shit happened so fast. It was so scary. I had no idea if there was anybody behind us that was going to hit that deer as well, or what was going to happen, right? Or run into us while we're trying to avoid it. So it was just, oh my gosh, the dogs were scared. They ran up in the front. So we didn't even get out of the state before we had a disaster. But then the rest of the trip was uneventful, other than the semi truck driver that was falling asleep as we were driving into Michigan, and we were watching him, and I was having a complete panic attack because I kept seeing him running into another semi, and I'm like, stay back, stay back, stay back, because if they crash, we got to be able to clear them. And oh my gosh, so that was about the most second exciting thing that happened while we were trying to get here. And we drove overnight, so we didn't leave till 9ish. I wanted to leave at 7. It's whatever. We left at 9ish, and the dogs, because we knew also that they would sleep good because they're used to being asleep at night, so they really were quiet the whole night and slept. And yeah, so we didn't do too bad. We got here at a decent hour, and not too early because you don't want to arrive at somebody's house and be like, "Let's go," and it's the crack of dawn. So we knew if we slept for a couple hours and rested, then it'd be closer to daylight, which is a lot easier to drive in the daytime. We would have never hit a deer in the middle of the fucking day. But anyway, I'm just annoyed. Then goodness, I added the extra insurance though on the van. Years ago I did it. We were moving one of my daughters down to another state. And I just like, yeah, long road trips, you just never know what's gonna happen. I'm thinking, rock damage to the windshield or hit a deer, any of those things, right? And we did have actually 3 rocks over that time that we were on the highway that time that hit our windshield and did damage. So anywho, so yeah, that's that story. So I got to call the insurance company, and we got to get some things fixed. So, but we still pushed on and managed to get here. We did pull over though, obviously, and check things out and make sure we were still good to go. But we also need to change the shocks in the back of the van. It was a wild ride. Not really, but you can tell they need to be changed. So she's an old. Well, I don't know, how old is she now? 15 years old. So, but hey, it's good on the road trips, and take care of them. They usually get you down the road for a long time. Almost 300,000, over 300,000 miles on it. Almost 350. So we bought it with high miles on it because the guy that owned it was a delivery driver. He delivered stuff in the van. So he didn't it was all highway. He was driving long distance and so that's how he got so many miles on it. But it is what it is. Most of the vans, if they're, anything under a 15 or 16, have a lot of high miles on them. Oh, but it's the stow and go, and they're nice. Hey, Raider, how you doing? It's nice because all the seats can be folded into the floor, and so you got a way to haul stuff, more storage. You can kind of set it up the way you want to set it up. It's really, really convenient. It really is. I love it, and we usually sleep in it and camp in it. We planned on it. We have it set up for camping. Last night we were too exhausted to set our air mattress up in there and get it all hooked up, so we ended up sleeping in Beachy's room. But I don't want to put her out of her bed either, so we might blow that thing up yet. So yeah, but how's everybody else doing? My dogs are mad because they can hear me out here talking. I can hear them in there barking. Mm. We're gonna have to let them out at some time, but I know they're gonna bark at me, and I'm not gonna be able to hear. Right, right. I don't even know where the spout is. The other day I tried to take a drink out of my coffee cup. I'm sure y'all have done this before. And yeah, you got to open the lid, or it's a no go. So, guys, there's a lot of people that decide to tell their story about their cruise experience. And they can hear me out here talking, I'm sure. And so I don't know. I'm trying to kind of hold off a little bit so I don't have to say it, repeat it all. But people can always rewatch, right? So look, that would be like a footstool for him. Everybody over there's in camo. That's why we can't see him. I have not. It's not official camo, so I ain't even showing them. But I have these leggings that are. Yeah, I do right here on my little table. Yep. So I don't know, guys, but I put some really cool shorts out. I don't know if any of you caught any of them, but I got um a lot of beautiful fall leaves and different stuff that we saw along the way. Um, just beautiful colors. I mean, it kind of puts you in a good mood just looking at the beauty of the outdoors, and the things that are, you know, you got to really get out here and look at it to see it. But it's here. It's for sure. We're surrounded by it. But yeah, we're having fun. We're working, but we're having fun. It's important to do that. Anytime you do something, help people, you know, go and set things up, do whatever. You got to make it fun too. So when we got done going shopping yesterday to go get supplies, we came back and I made two different sets of chili. I made a steamed version, which is kind of, you can eat it within an hour, and then a crock pot version. So we have chili and something warm to keep us warm. It's really good too, y'all. I'm telling you, it's really good. When the kids were little, what I would do is with my leftover chili, I would use it the next day and we would have chili dogs, and you toast the bun. You got to get a good hot dog. I don't like hot dogs, but when they did eat hot dogs, occasionally I would get the good ones. You know, and then you top it with your chili from the day before, sprinkle some cheese on it. It's good stuff. So yeah, It's a Friday night, y'all. Friday night fires. Oh, warm coffee tastes so good. And it's just a little chilly outside. Not bad. I wish I could show you the individuals speaking. It's okay, Beach. You come over and say something to the people.
Wait, man. Hey, there's no people. What people? I don't see no people.
But
Hey, peoples.
I know we don't get to see it.
It looks like a pumpkin. The fire looks like a pumpkin, man. Two
Oh,
eyes
it
in the
does.
face.
Look.
Wow.
Look at it with a little
That's a real jack-o'-lantern.
and it has a mohawk.
It kind of does. Well, that was one of the eyes for me, but okay.
Okay, you guys. Becca, what are you doing, girl?
Honeys.
Look at the
Hey,
pumpkin
Dustin.
face in the
Hey,
fire.
Rich. Hey, BB. What's happening?
It really does look like a pumpkin, but his eyes bleeding on this side.
His eyes a little into his smile now, yeah. I'm crying.
No, it looks like a frog hanging off the side under his eye.
A frog.
Yeah, look at the little feet there and the.
There's a frog in the fire. Right on, it's a nice
Changing
little fire.
phone. I was
It's getting chilly out here, though.
on StreamYard at 7. Oh, because you know why? I'm all screwed up on time.
She moved it up, which
Yeah.
doesn't mean moved it
But
closer,
even
it's
though I
moved it
did
farther.
that, you would have still been in there too early because the time that I put it on was probably my usual time. Yeah. It doesn't know I've left.
Did you show them the cool lights you put on? But the porch light is on.
Well, look, here's what I did. I went back there to try to do that, and I ran right into the staircase like a dumbass. So I figured
There's a generator over here.
I probably need to go around and turn the light off and do it. You can reach in there and turn the light off. That's why I couldn't see them. I forgot, y'all. The light was on back there. Yeah, I already did. Almost.
But if I turn the light off, the dogs will be in the.
No, you don't know. I want him to go that way and do it because he can just reach his arm in the hole.
That cover over the window.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go tussle with
Figure
the
it
dog.
out.
We miss you too, honey. I know. We've been doing all sorts of stuff.
We got a lot done today, though.
Me and
We
Beach
miss you
here in
too,
pain.
honey. We got a lot done today. The whole bathroom's like,
This is the reward.
we got the furnace running. We got, yeah, everything cleaned up and the yard cleaned up, and me and Bigfoot got, yeah, man, right on. Sherry redid in the bathroom, cleaned all that shit up, and then she hung up some cool shit. And, yeah,
We're getting there. We're building. We're
made
built.
booze,
We're stacking bricks
stacking bricks. Brick
in a good
stacking.
way.
Yeah, in a good way. Totally.
You gotta watch the shorts, Becca, of Corey mowing the lawn and weed whacking. The weed whacking one seems to have been hit.
The Bigfoot with the weed whacker.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like,
there you go.
okay.
Bigfoot with the weed
Let
whacker.
me
We'll
see.
trip over the logs still. They're over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my phone
Oh,
this way
see
until.
the
Oh God, I stepped on the
mower?
stick. Yeah, I'm gonna come out and around wide.
Logs thing.
Okay. Oh shit.
Careful.
There we go, guys.
Oh my God! Please be careful up there.
Hold on, I got mess with the mode. They're solid. That way they'll stay on. See? And it's a big deck. It goes all the way over there. But this is pretty cool. And the way he did them. And then we'll get another set of the thicker rope lights because these are the thin wire ones for solar. You go around the bottom of your your deck. And when you do that, it lights up the bottom so you can see when you're outside. That's pretty cool. I'm all about lights and LED things, and they're pretty cool. Okay, I made it back safely, y'all. I stepped on a couple branches, but that's all. I've been putting some of that long stuff just inside the fire because it seems to like it. Oh, it's all they're all hooked into the ground.
Yeah, a lot of them are just got bent or.
Oof.
There we go.
Damn, what's on that? Do you smell that? Something's on one of them on that wood. Can you smell it? You gotta be kidding. It's a baby rake, y'all. Look.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's fucking, yeah, you probably could have got.
Frank, Don't put too much force on it.
Yeah, I know he's strong. It'll have look. You'll
It's going fine, baby.
the handle will be off in a minute, y'all.
It could be sticker picking up.
We should probably use gloves.
You get dog shit. No.
Oh,
I picked up the yard today. But
ain't no shit, but dog shit. Oh my goodness.
Well, if I had a big rig, then it'd be over in 5 minutes.
next year I'll have a
But
big
it's-
rake, okay?
Well, you know what?
I won't really need it.
Every rake is so different. We have one of them, the old metal style, the real claw ones,
That would
and then
be
we have a
good out
fanned
here.
one.
I have one
'Cause
that
you
can
need
make
different
bigger or
ones.
Smaller. It has
Oh, that's
latch on
cool.
it. It was fucking awesome. You know, I'm not gonna talk about who got that.
Right.
Okay, now what does it look like that's in there? Now what does it look like that's in the fire, Beachy? We had a pumpkin now. What does that look like?
A fire.
No, but see that part
It
where
looks
the
like a
wood
heart.
is?
Looks like a vase, like an ancient vase in the fire.
Doesn't it? With the little stoop thing off to the off it like a hand. Oh, a genie in the bottle. A genie's bottle.
Rub me the right
Yo.
way, baby.
Becca. I love that fucking song.
Hey, baby.
Too bad we didn't have like an outdoor light too. That way I could see you guys.
I do have an outdoor light, but I didn't turn it on because we're having a fight.
I know. They're in camo and they're hiding.
Yeah, we're hiding in the woods.
We're in the woods.
Not really.
Well, we kind of are.
It's Saturday night. I can't even speak. It is Saturday night, right?
Mm-mm.
One more night to go.
Yeah.
Oh shit, a whole other day. Oh yeah, tomorrow maybe we could chat.
Lunch lady, how you doing, love? We're having a fire on Friday night. What are you lovely ladies doing tonight?
Still tonight?
Excuse me, y'all.
Seem like
Well, I'm over here choking to death. I guess I need to drink a coffee. The fire's making me throat dry.
Yeah, I'll trust him to do it.
Here you go.
And I said, well, you know, I'll be right here.
You might need this.
You know, blow the house up. Right.
Right.
Oh, that'd be hard to do, but okay.
No, I've done all the bullshit.
So does anybody else have any projects for the weekend?
Well, obviously that was.
So I think that
I don't know how long this
so I've already told everybody about the whole deer thing. How crazy that was. I got it up here. The deer thing. And then the dog thing. Okay, now if you're gonna have a full-on conversation, I'm not gonna be able to tell them what I'm gonna tell them about the cruise. No, I'm just letting you know so you don't keep doing it, because then that's what they're gonna hear is you talking while I'm trying to talk. No, but you sure okay. Anyway. Okay. So where do we begin? September 20th, 2024. Cedar Rapids Airport. Okay, well, wait a minute. They got fire talkers. That sounds good. They do. They can hear me out here talking, for God's sakes. So you could help me with the first part of the story though, because you took me to the airport, and when we got there, other than one other time in my life have I ever taken a flight so early. What I didn't know while I was racing to the, wanting to make sure I got there in time and everything, we get to the airport and it's all closed. Okay. And I'm like, I'm having a complete panic attack because at this point I do see people standing around, but I'm thinking, why are they not opening this but a half an hour before we board? It made me really nervous. I didn't realize that they don't open that part till then. And so I guess you're the only flight in the first one. So, basically what happened was we were standing there and my husband's looking at me. He's like, yeah. He said, yeah, they'll be opening soon. So we waited and they did. They opened, was it at, what time did they open that finally? Was it 4:30? It wasn't long before the flight, right? It, it was, yeah. And I was the first, like, so I had been waiting. I got myself up there so I could be the first one to get through, right? Because I was already just closer to where they opened the thing. So I got through really quick. And then, of course, when we got in there, I'm thinking, oh, coffee'd be nice. Because once you're through security, you can, take your own drinks or whatever you purchase beyond that point on the plane. Well, I was standing in line for a little bit and I was getting annoyed and they were taking forever to get the place set up. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Okay. So I finally got out of line and then it ended up being a really long line, but I was like, I'm good. I'll wait till the, plane gives me some coffee, I guess. So we got out of there. Everything went really well. Got to Fort Worth. That was my first stop, which to me made no sense because then you board a plane to fly 45 minutes to Houston. I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, y'all. But I guess when you do, there are, some flights that are a straight shot with no stops, but not very many these days. So get there, transfer planes. Well, this airport's huge, okay? I'm thinking, I have no clue. I just knew what gate I had to go to. Well, this gate is easily accessed by a trolley, okay? This train type thing comes through, picks you up, drops you off. You go, get dropped off at whatever station your gates are at. So I figured that one out, got on there, held on for dear life because it was moving quite fast. Got there and then got on to my next flight to Houston. And then I got there, and of course, I had to figure out which way to get out. So that was the airport that gave me a little trouble because they're doing some construction there, and I wanted to make sure I got out on the right side of where BB was going to pick me up. And so I finally did. After going in circles a few times, somebody finally helped me figure out how to get the hell out of there. So I got out there. We got everything packed up in the trunk. Got so excited over seeing each other, forgot to close the trunk. So we're trying to drive off with the trunk open. The lady's waving us down. We're thinking we're already in trouble. We haven't even left yet, but it was just the trunk. So anyway, that was funny. So, and then we drive just not quite an hour down to Galveston. We were at an Airbnb there, which was literally right across the street from the beach. We had a full view of the complete Gulf of Mexico. The whole ocean was right there in front of us. It was wild. So we had a really great night. We had a really good time, had a nice dinner, and we tried to go live. It took us hours to finally get it done, and we did, and we had the giggles, and we laughed the whole time. It was like a 48-minute live, and we're laughing throughout most of it. It was funny. And then the next day we get going, and we're heading over to the, port, to the where the ships are, and get over there. And boy, that was quite the ordeal because there's so many people, and there's people coming off the ship, and there's people going on the ship. Okay, because that's just how fast they flip it. And then there's literally, they only have like barely a day in between where the ship's there and it's getting, restocked and then switching people out. So I finally get in there and it's a long walk to get all up to where you can actually walk into the boat. I finally got in there and I was pretty lucky. I mean, you come in and you're on like the third deck when you get in the boat. So then I was on Lido deck, which was deck 10. I finally got an elevator and got up there. Well, the lady she was vacuuming my room at the time, but she said it was okay to put my luggage in there so I could, go get something to eat or walk around. So I went ahead and did that. Well, what happened was, what they do is when they're done with your room, they stick your room card, which you need the entire time you're on the boat, up on your little thing outside your door. That way you can get into your room. Well, because I had put my luggage in there, that gentleman had handed me something. I didn't know what it was. He didn't tell me what it was, set it on the counter. So when she was done with my room, she shut the door. I didn't have the key. It was in that envelope that he handed me. I didn't know that. So here I am, y'all, trying to go up there. I want to get changed and get ready to go out for the embarkment party. And I can't get in my damn room. because the key's inside of it. So I had to go down, wait in line because there's people checking in that are checking in a different way. I, had my cruises already set up a year ago. So anyway, so I'm in line forever. I'm in a shitty mood because I'm so mad about that because I literally was late getting out to the party, and literally we were already pulling out of Galveston before I could even get out from. Right, I needed my key. So anyway, finally get in there and get it situated. I get out there. I catch a little bit, about 12-minute video, I think I did of that party, the part that I caught, and so that was that first day, and then what I discovered was the room was nice, but it was a handicap room because I wanted a bigger room if I was going to have, a guest with me, because that way you have more space. What I didn't consider or know is that both beds, and they're like little kid, like twin beds or small, were literally in horrible shape. Both of them had a dip in them, like a literal, like worn dip in the middle of them. Of course, because I tried to sleep on the other bed the second night and it was just as bad as the other one. So you have a person called a room steward, and they're the person that comes in, cleans your room, takes care of your stuff every day, makes your bed. And he was so, so nice. He kept trying to help me figure it out. And I really wanted to be switched, but they were booked. They had no other rooms. They had evidently they don't keep extra mattresses around to replace the ones that they need to, or they're not good at checking to see if they need to. And I can't believe I would be the first one to complain about those beds, because there's no way, if that's a handicap room, if you're in there, that's going to be comfortable for anybody, even if you didn't have a bed back. So I finally got sick of it by the second night, and I got in the closet and got these towels out that they usually, like, they're there for you if you go on an excursion, so you have towels. And I took a bunch of them and laid them over that spot to kind of build that up, so it'd be, I could get a little bit of, like, fill that in, right? Well, then the next night, because I'm in so much pain, you guys, already because of things that are going on with me. So laying on beds like that, that's not for me. I need firm beds. So he comes in. It's like 10 o'clock at night. He comes up and he helps, and he's got all these blankets and he's trying to put them on there. He's trying so hard to help me figure out how to resolve this problem because they have nothing else they can do. At this point, I was really seriously considering going out and laying on one of the loungers because they're so comfortable and they're firm. I did fall asleep out there one night, on one of the loungers, because there was the big open area, and then they have the big screen where you can watch movies and stuff. And every night they had movies on. It was great. It was like being in the biggest theater on the sea. It was cool. And so what we did was, so we tried that, but that didn't make. I mean, it was better, but it didn't make my body hurt any less. So basically, I decided I was just gonna have to deal with it, you know what I mean? So I didn't sleep a lot. I spent a lot of time just walking all over that boat, trust me. Um, and trying to find comfortable furniture that was firm to sit on. So that was great. And like our first day was at sea. The second day we were in Key West. It was really, really warm. Hi, Leanie. How you doing, love? And yeah, it was really hot. And so I went up to the salon because, like, when there's people like on excursions, if you're not going to do one, you can either get off or you don't have to. You can run off and shop. So I thought, I'll go out later. I'm not going to go out first thing in the morning because then the boats are more empty. So there's more, you can get around there and do stuff. So I went to the salon, get my nails done. And then I eventually ventured out into Key West and went to the little Dull Soul store, which is all color changing stuff. I didn't have a lot of extra cash to spend, and I definitely didn't want to bring a lot of stuff home because I didn't have room for it. So I went with smaller items. Like I got these hair clips that color change, $5. Good for me. And then I walked around a little bit, took a couple photos, and basically found this tent where they sell drinks and it was air conditioned inside. I got myself right up in there, y'all. Holy moly. And then I came out, and since I was still in the US, I decided to use my phone to call and pay a bill because I needed to do it before I didn't have no service. So I'm doing that real quick. Get back on the boat. And then the next 3 days were basically every day we were at a new port. And what I have to say is that it's not enough time to go to places that are so amazing, to even be able to see it and enjoy it, because you're having to get off the boat. It's a big process, you know, a lot of people. And then you're trying to get to your excursion or wherever you're going. You don't have a whole lot of time when you get there, because then you got to get back, the whole process over again. It's kind of rushed. That's the only thing I guess I didn't really care for it. I think I would almost like to be able to like stay, you know, have an option where there's an overnight excursion where you know, where they actually stay overnight and it's a little bit longer. That way you can enjoy it more. So that was my perspective on that. So our first Bahama port was Freeport. I did have a excursion planned for that one, and it was at a resort that had all inclusive, which was food and beverages, alcohol. And I thought, oh, that'll be a good one, you know, because the boat packages for drinks were so expensive. I never did purchase anything like that. So I get there, and we have a nice little tour on the way, and the guide describes everything we're seeing and where we're at, and different things about past hurricanes and different things like that. Now, understand that Hurricane Helene was rolling around up under against Florida and going up that coastline right around that time. So, yeah, Bahamas aren't real close, but they're close enough, and the seas were really rough out there. It was quite windy. I had a special beach hat on that has the tie under the chin, which that's the only thing that would have stayed on. And even that, you know, I was wondering. Um, it was very beautiful. I did go in the water there. I have a video of that. I did do a live when I was there because I had Wi-Fi at the resort. And so I took everybody in the ocean with me. I don't know how choppy the Wi-Fi got going out into the water, but some water got up inside my port, so I had to dry that out before I could charge my phone again. That was fun. At least the phone told me, though. I was quite amazed. It let me know, so I didn't have to guess. And then there was a lady on the beach who had seen me with the wristband on, knowing that that's an all-inclusive wristband. So she was desperately trying to get me to let her braid my hair in exchange for me getting her some drinks. Well, first of all, I just had my hair done a day before the cruise. I was not wanting my hair braided. I have really bad arthritis and severe pain in my neck and shoulders, so that would not be a good thing for me to have done. So I was kind of trying to just ignore, but be nice, right? You know how it is when you don't want to be bothered, but you're trying to be polite. You're in a new place. And eventually I was in the little eating area and I was doing the live, and I just kind of turned my back, and she started knocking, y'all, on the back of this like plastic thing that kind of like goes around that area, just kind of like, not yet. I was telling the story about Freeport. So cause she kept knocking, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, it was just lady, just leave me alone. Cause I'm just sitting there getting, you know, having my beverages, being happy. And she's just not giving up. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So finally, anyway, she eventually must have given up, because eventually, ow, Lucy, get off my foot, honey. I didn't see her anymore, so that was cool. And anyway, okay, so then I remember that I looked at my live and I noticed that on there, I was asking everybody, hey, let me know when it's 3 o'clock, you know, or so like that, because we had to leave at 3:15. Well, and I remember saying, oh, I don't know if I'm going to change or just go, you know, in my swimming suit or whatever. I wish the heck I had not even thought about that. But I did go in the bathroom and then I changed my mind, because I'm like, no, I got to get going. Y'all, I miss these people. So the bathrooms were like right inside, and then right outside the front of the hotel was where the shuttle was going to meet us. My God, man, I get out there and I'm looking around. I'm like, there's nobody out here. I don't see anybody. Lady said, oh, shuttle, it just left. It just left like 2 minutes ago. And I'm like, oh, great. You've got to be kidding. And this is after me, you know, talking about this days before with these ladies about Key West and pier runners and things like that, right? Well, you have to be on a pier, where there's a pier. It wasn't the way the boat was set up. It was pretty close. It wasn't like a pier, but there would have been one in Key West. So anyway, it was really funny. So all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got to get to the boat. So she calls me a cab, The taxi cab comes and gets me. We're driving down the road really fast. He's trying to get me to the boat. I'm getting these phone calls, but at first it was like from back home, so I wasn't going to answer it. The next one I got was a 302 area code, and I'm like, honey, shh. And so anyway, so then
This is real life.
no, I know, but I'm trying to keep the storyline going, and y'all are I'm getting distracted by different conversations. But anyway, so he ends up seeing this ambulance, and he pulls in behind it, and he's like, "Oh, we'll be able to make it now," because he's trying to get there in like a few minutes. Finally, I answered the phone call, and it's the boat. It's Carnival calling me. So I called them. I answered the phone, and I say, "Is this Carnival?" Because I just had a feeling it was, you know, and it was them. And she said, "How close are you?" And I said, "Maybe 8 minutes." So we got there, made it in time. These people were waiting outside for me with a wheelchair. I still to this day don't know why, but they were waiting for me with a wheelchair, unless I said something to the lady about my knee hurt or something. But I was sunburnt, my legs were, and I think I told her I couldn't walk real fast. So they met me with the wheelchair, came out, got me from right outside of the cab doors. I got out and literally were running me to the boat. It wasn't, look, they hadn't even been, they weren't even running late. They were just that much wanting to be on time because they want to hurry and get to the next place. It's like a fast going thing all the time because they got to be on schedule. So anyway, but that was, here I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so glad everybody in the boat was like already doing something else and didn't see me. So I wasn't a peer runner, but I was definitely a side roller on wheels. They literally took me all the way up to my room and delivered me to my cabin. And I did have a pretty good buzz going, I have to admit, because at first it was just drinking individual drinks. And then as time went on, I started getting two at a time. So that was my first excursion ever, y'all. Come on. And the next day was Half Moon Cay, which is just a little strip of an island out in the middle of the ocean. There's not much there. And I guess Carnival basically has purchased it at some point. So basically, when you go inland to the island off these other boats that pick you up off the ship, because it doesn't have no port and it's too shallow, it's aqua water. So the boat has to be out in the deeper water. So they send boats out to get you and they take you in. And they had this big beach barbecue thing, which I didn't even know about right away. So I missed that. And then they had like a little area. And I noticed that all the people had Carnival uniforms. I was confused, but it's their staff that comes off the boat that goes out there to sell drinks there as well. Money, money, money. So I didn't get a whole lot accomplished there. I got some good pictures, walked around at some shops. My card was acting weird that day. I couldn't even buy a hat. I was so disappointed. Had to straighten that out later. But yeah, it was interesting. Very beautiful. I got some really good photos there. And then we rolled back in to the boat. And most of the time our return times were 3:30. The only time it was later than that was when we were in Key West. Okay. And then the next day was NASA. And I had an excursion there. The excursion there was a little spot called Pearl Island, which you went to by boat from the pier where the ship drops you off to this little area. And it's all set back, beautiful water again. There's a lighthouse on it. It's really pretty. So that was awesome. And I eventually did climb all the way to the top of that lighthouse because it wasn't real big, but it was big enough. And the bottom floor of it, like the very main entrance, was literally like a little gift shop. And I got me a little water bottle there. She's her tail sitting my leg, my knee. I'm trying to get her moved over, but I can't hardly see her because she's in the dark. She's dark in the dark. I thought it was you at first. It hit me with the twig or something. It was the dog's tail, y'all. She's got a whipper. So anyway, so Pearl Island was beautiful, but I'm going to tell you once again, NASA's even closer. We were getting like high current rough waves out in an area where it's supposed to be completely calm aqua waters, just still relaxed, a little bit of wave action, but not much, right? you could tell that the waters were rough out there because of that storm going up, you could tell. I'm not even lying. Like, and we literally got up and around and through there before that went up that side of there. So that was close. Um, and on the way back, because NASA, you have 2 days at sea to get back to Galveston to the port. We literally crossed back over and got there, and a week later, then the other one came through. So I'm so glad I wasn't on the boat that was crisscrossing through there during that time, which was the next cruise that would have been after mine. But Pearl Island was amazing. It was super freaking windy. It was so windy up there. I have a video of it, but you can hear the wind. It's just whipping, and I'm literally trying to hold on to me. What happened to me on that situation was because I did not have. I don't know what happened to my hat with the tie, so I just had my regular beach hat. It wouldn't stay on for shit. I'm telling you, I would have had to pin it on somehow. So I got sunburnt on my face a bit, and that wasn't very nice. But yeah, it was a beautiful place. I loved it. The bartender was great. He was fun. He was playing music through his phone for guests. And there's an older couple there with a friend of theirs. I would say they were probably in their late 60s, early 70s, real party goers. You could tell they were shit partiers. And they were, I don't remember what song was playing, but she comes over and starts dancing with me. It was just so funny. And so I've got a picture of me and an older lady dancing with me on somebody's film somewhere. I don't know. But we had a really good time there. And then so I ran into this lady, a really nice lady named Renee, as I was in and out of the places on the boat, the smoking area, whatever. And I remember the first time I met her, she was telling me about she was never coming on a cruise again because her mom and brother, all they wanted to do was go to the casino. So we were like talking about that. And then after this, you guys, it was so wild. I kept running into her everywhere. It was like it was meant to be that I just, and then eventually we started talking a little bit more. And I told her, I ended up buying myself by myself on the cruise. It wasn't supposed to be. And, she was like, that's cool. You know, you can hang out with us or whatever. And so it seemed like I just would always run into him like at mealtime or chilling out somewhere up in the smoking deck, whatever. And so we just kind of became buds, and they was looking out, they called me Miss Sherry the whole time, which was funny. They all had nicknames. It was really cool. But became my cruise family for that 8 days there. And I got photos of them and stuff. I didn't get any videos, but I got photos of them. Um, that I'll have to post sometime. There's some really cool videos. And it was so funny because I was talking to them about YouTube one night, and her mother, she's an older gal, she's so funny. She was like, she says, "So are you on YouTube right now?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, because she thought maybe when I was taking the picture that I was doing like a live and I was putting them on. And I said, "No, I'm not right now." And she goes, "Well, get going. Like, let's go." She was ready to be involved. It was funny. So, but yeah, it was absolutely beautiful there. So my first excursion, my legs got burnt from the thigh down, minus the 2 ankle bracelets I had on, and then the sunburn continued between the ankle bracelet and my water shoe. The second excursion, my face got burnt. So I was really, yeah, it was interesting. And the last 2 days at sea were interesting. I wouldn't say I was getting homesick, but I was definitely getting just a little bit lonely. Like, I mean, I don't know. And I don't remember what night it was, but sometime during the time we were going from NASA, from our last stop, back into the Gulf, over through that little canal area there where it comes up and around Florida, we had one night where the seas were pretty rough. Not like crazy bad, but you could just tell there was a storm that wasn't real far off. And it was like the way I could tell it was something different was because every night I would sit there and the bathroom door would be open, right? And it would slightly sway a little bit, just ever so slightly, right? No big deal. But this night, the door was swinging, like swinging. So I'm like, yeah, better go up top and see what's up. Of course, can't see a fucking thing because it's pitch dark out there. But we were moving around pretty good, enough for it to be noticeable, but it didn't bother me. I mean, although that one day it was like I was trying to walk and it was almost like you were drunk because you were working against gravity in the sea. It was crazy. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, there was a few things I wished I would have done more of. It felt like there was a lot to do, and it was overwhelming to try to figure out how many things to go and try to do. Now, those were the fun moments. Now let's talk about the ever so freaking bizarre and oh my gosh, on your first cruise, these things happened. So in the gossip area, which was the smoking deck, in the back of the boat, which I called the rumble seat because it was a little bumpy back there. But what happened was I'm back there talking to somebody. Now this is outside of one medical emergency that I personally saw when I was dining late one night, and I saw the medical staff come pick somebody up out of the dining room. The person must have been laying on the floor because I couldn't physically see them, but I could see them doing something over there. So there was that medical emergency. Then through conversation with other people, I discovered that in Key West, well, and I saw this, but I didn't know what was going on until later. In Key West, there was a gentleman who was arrested and he was kicked off the boat, and the police took him to jail from there, from Key West. So one person went to jail. I guess he was on the boat with his family and his wife, and the wife was mad, and she, I guess, got off with him, but the other people stayed on the boat because they didn't have to if they didn't want to get off. And so that was the first big deal. Okay. And then, and I didn't even know about this one, and I'm not sure, I don't think that happened in Key West. I don't think. I think this happened another day at another port. Um, but then there was another big fight that had broke out. And so the first time was just a guy getting in trouble. I think he brought something on the boat he wasn't supposed to, or smoked something and it smelled and he got in trouble. I think that's what that one was. The second ordeal was there was a gentleman on there that I won't say what branch he was with, but he obviously got drunk and unruly. The staff tried to ask him to go to his cabin. He was not going to do that. He literally told the two that came to him to talk to him kindly, it's going to take more than you two to get me out of here. So more staff came. I don't know where security was right away. I'm sure they eventually got there. But he ended up taking on 8 different staff members and injured every one of them. And I think out of the 8, 6 of them had to go to the hospital. That happened. I don't know. I obviously was on the other end of the boat when all this went down. So there was that. So we had 2 arrests. Okay. Now on a ship, they do have a hospital. They do have a jail, which I called the clinker, or I was just being funny calling it what is it called on a ship? Not the brig. Yeah, the brig. I think it's the brig, but anyway, I can't remember. But anyway, so at one point, because if somebody gets in trouble and we're not at a port, then they have to put them in their jail until they get somewhere to transfer them to the police in the local area. So at one point, we had one that was taken to jail in Key West. At that point, there was only one medical emergency. Then the gentleman that got unruly and hurt the staff, then there was all those medical emergencies. And then he went to jail. And then the next day, and this was through conversation again, and I found this out, a gal whose family members were on deck 7, right next door to a very, I guess, lively cabin. It was very loud, a lot of people, making a lot of noise, arguing, bickering, whatever was going on over there, which I can't imagine why you'd be doing that on a cruise. But anyway, the next morning, there was all these medical people in the hallway outside that room, and turns out that one of the people in that cabin passed away, y'all. Died that night. And these people were right next door to all this chaos going on, okay? So they had somebody in the morgue on the boat, somebody in the brig, which, if that's what their jail calls, I can't remember. And then multiple people that had been kicked off the boat and jailed in other places. So, holy crap. So, in the end, I need to go plug my phone in. I'm gonna go in real quick and grab the charger before it dies on me. I forgot to charge it. Anyway, so before it was all over, we had, what did I say? 6 medical emergencies. 2 people went to jail. 1 person died. That is crazy. It's so crazy, isn't it? Okay. Nothing. I'm just trying to get plugged in. I don't know what I did with their charger. I'm gonna go get my block. Oh no, I can't go in there. They'll start arguing. Okay, guys, 1 second here. Oh wow. I know, right? I almost went all the way down to 3%, you guys. Okay, yeah, I know, right? I didn't realize it. Okay, so this thing. Let's see if I can hold on to this and carry this. Okay, so I can't see, honey. Help me so I don't fall. Whoa. Okay, I'm already starting to fall. All right, hold on, everybody. Here, just don't. I can't fucking see. I hate that. All right. Okay, guys. So imagine, I've never been on a cruise ship, and basically everything was going pretty doggone good. But then I come to find out, other than the one, like I said, medical emergency I saw, there was all that going on that boat. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, the one thing I do have to say is I could understand some of it because people were really intoxicated. I'm telling you, some of those people get free drinks through the casino. Some of them had drink packages. I was amazed. But I just was like, I can't believe all that stuff happened, you guys. Oh my gosh. It was so wild. And so I mean it was okay. It was okay. I definitely would have enjoyed it more with a friend or my husband with me. Um I was good until I would see people together getting pictures and things like that. I had to do taking a lot of pictures. Not that I wanted very many pictures of me, but I wasn't able to take any pictures of myself dressed up because it's even a selfie, you can't get your whole self in it. And I guess I could have asked somebody to take a picture or something. I just, some lady did one time outside of Freeport in front of the sign. She did take a picture of me, but she didn't zoom in. So I look like I'm 100 miles away, like I'm a speck in front of a sign. It's funny. I don't know, you guys, but um, it was okay. But now I've done a lot of research and with Carnival, and there's other boats I'd like to check out someday, but there is a couple other of the Carnival cruise lines that would be more probably, I kind of would rather be on one that was adults only. It makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes when I see parents all getting completely wasted, and then they got little ones to take care of, and because I mean I don't know, I just have never been that person to do that. And plus, I don't know, there's a time and a place, I guess, that kind of stuff like that, and then those would be the people that would be coming in back and walking to the back of the boat where the smoking is. You don't want your kids back there and all that smoking and stuff. So other than that, it was okay. It was okay. The food was decent. But yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I got some sunsets and some uh sunrises, some photos. Um, I might have one in video form, but I've got to figure out how to do it because I've done it before on my community post where you can post pictures, photos. So I don't know if any of you guys go into the community post, but I've been trying to keep up with that because for a long time I forgot even all about that. One of the girls told me to go look at it, and I had all these messages I had to get caught up on because yeah, when you're starting a channel or you're doing anything new, you're trying to figure out all the different parts that that's available to even like put content on. So there's that. But I would have to say the most exciting thing, really, to be honest with you, even though I really loved the ship and it was a good experience, was getting to see Becca. Getting to see Becca, and even though we had 24 hours together, it was an amazing 24 hours. It was amazing. It was exciting. It was like, real hugs. Like we've seen each other every day for almost 2 full years on the phone. We've never missed a day, not one day, not one. And so it's just nice to put a face with the rest of the person, and like just getting to hang out and smile and laugh and have a good time. It was just amazing. I would have loved to have stole her and put her in my suitcase and taken her right on that cruise with me because she was right there. I wanted her to go so bad, but she got little ones. Well, at least one littler one. You gotta get them to school. It's a lot of work. But what I'd like to do someday is go on a ladies' cruise. There was a lot of friend groups on there, you guys, and it was amazing. They had shirts made, all the stuff I would have wanted to do. It was really neat. And even some married couples did, and it was neat. So I'd love to do like an all girls cruise sometime. That'd be so much fun. Get a nice group of ladies together and just have a great time. It's really, I have to say, the one thing that I would say is the most positive thing about going on a cruise is the price isn't bad, and you get to go to so many places and do so many things that would cost you so much money if you went to each one of those individual islands and places by yourself, flying in and out of them, and hotel accommodations and food. So the cruise is the way to go if you're trying to do a nice long, a longer trip. The 8-day one is a nice one because you got plenty of time to just be out at sea and enjoy yourself. You've got time to go and stop at islands and get to look at places that are unique that you only see in the movies, as I used to say. Making sure my charger's properly plugged in. So that, I would have to say, is definitely it. I mean, I was lucky that I won that through the casino. You just pay your taxes and port fees, and that's like 4 or 5 months before the cruise. So everything's done in little increments. $200 to reserve the reservation, and then that's returned to you as credits on the boat when you get there, which was great. And then yeah, because everything else is provided. And if you're not a big drinker and don't want to spend a bunch of money on drinks, then you don't do that. But it was enjoyable. It really was, I have to say. It was the islands were just beautiful. I just wished it wouldn't have been so windy, because I would have had a lot more fun in the ocean if it wasn't so windy. But I'm also very thankful that we weren't out to sea and caught any more of the wild water. So, but yeah, it'll be a while before I go on one again, but I'll wait and see if the casino gives me any more free ones in the future. But my next planned trip, that it's something I purchased a long time ago. I need to take it. It's a timeshare one, but they're nice because you get to stay at like beautiful resorts, and they try to sell you the timeshare because, oh, this is the place you'd be staying if you have one. I've been through them before in Vegas, and you just go and you enjoy it, and it's good information. But you know, with that, you do have to get your flight there, like most of these trips. But it's an all inclusive one, and me and Corey both want to go to Cancun. And we really didn't have like a honeymoon. Like I said, we got married in Vegas. We were trying to do it in the middle of a week. We were going to be there for almost 7 days. We ended up cutting it to the wire. We got down to Thursday. We were leaving on Friday. We got married, got our wedding thing done. Next day, got to the airport, got our luggage checked in. Every drunk person in Vegas that was going back on that Friday literally got to the airport late. There was such a long line in security. By the time we got up there, I was trying to do our passes. I showed the one, he scanned it. I went to click it sideways to get mine up, and it changed my screen and I couldn't find it. It took me a minute. I found it, got back in line. He told me that it was too late because they were getting ready to shut the doors. So our luggage, you guys, ended up back in Iowa. We had to call his mother and tell her that they weren't going to be picking us up, but our luggage. Then we had to go through all these processes to allow them to pick up our luggage. Okay. Thank goodness we had our rollable uh, duffel bag with wheels that we had gotten as a gift from the casino at one point. It was really cool. And we had some odds and ends in there, like our hygiene stuff. We had some laundry that I was going to wash, tied off in a bag in there. And so what we had to do was we had to go get some laundry soap and stuff and go do laundry. So we had clean clothes to wear for the weekend. But we got 2 more days in Vegas. And so that was exciting. That was really fun. And so yeah, so that was but we really didn't get a honeymoon. even though it's kind of weird because you could consider it like we did it before we got married type thing if you want. But either way, it'll be our 6th anniversary and we want to go. And so I'm hoping that'll work out. But the tickets are kind of pricey for, at least they were last time I looked. But like I said, when it's off season, it's always cheaper to fly places. I'm sure y'all know that. I have weird and bizarre shit happen to me all the time, you guys. I don't know what kind of curse I've got, but somebody got me at one point. That's all I gotta say. I've had a lot of good luck, but I've had more bad. How about you guys? You guys had some bad luck too, and some good luck. Well, lunch lady, anytime you're ready. I would love to do a travel group thing with ladies, some ladies together. I find it exciting to do things different. I like have your friends and do something, and your spouse on a different time, and then maybe another time you do something with your kids, grandkids, whatever. When we have the younger kids in the summertime, Corey's little ones, we that are very big ones now. They're little Bigfoots, but we do more of that kind of stuff then. So when they're not with us, then we're just a solo group. The Three Stooges, they'll keep us busy. And then, of course, my grand dog, my son, Dustin's dog, Moo. It's quite the guy. But yeah, we've been trying to get the dogs to get along here. And my dog, Milo, doesn't seem to like anybody but his own dog. I don't even know if he really likes the 2 dogs that he lives with sometimes. So, but he won't get along with them. We've already had the puppy try to chase the cats. We've had to keep them all blocked off from each other. It's wild. My dogs are like so used to being around me constantly that they're all over me. They want to be. I'm trying to sit on the couch by Beachy, and I got one dog on one side, one dog on the other, and one on my lap. I'm like, excuse me, but can I just say, oh shit, my coffee spilled. Do I have the lid shut? No. Fuck my life. Excuse me, guys. Kicked my fucking coffee cup over. It is. So we took them with us. We have them with us, though. We drove over 8 hours to Michigan from our house to see Beachy and help her with her place, get it set up. There was a lot of things that needed fixed. It had been empty for a while. And Bigfoot's a carpenter and a contractor, so he came up and decided to help out. And little mini vacation for us. We're mixing work and fun together, so that's a good way to keep what do they call that? Everybody's spirits up, right? Keep the momentum going. Party foul. Yeah, we brought them and they did really good in the car because we drove overnight. So we left at a time when they would be sleeping for the night. So they were really quiet. We only stopped once, gave everybody a drink, let them go potty quick, back in the car, down the road we went. Now, you guys weren't on here earlier, but I'll tell you what happened before we even got into Illinois. 2 miles from the Illinois bridge, we had fucking deer. Not head on, thank God. But my husband was literally getting ready to take a drink of his coffee. And as he's getting ready to drink it, all of a sudden there's this big ass fucking buck with antlers. And it was like some shit out of the movies. It was just like fucking scared the shit out of all of us. Corey's trying to steer the car to avoid the deer with the big coffee cup in one hand. And he's got it was wild. And that's Bigfoot building a big fire. And so what we did was, what ended up happening was, it was very nerve-wracking. He managed to rip off the whole driver's side mirror. One of the antlers scuffed the glass on that side, and then I think there's a little bit of this and that over on the front fender, but it could have been a lot worse. It was scary. I had no idea where the deer went. There was someone behind us that was going to hit him too. I was freaked out. My heart was going 100 miles an hour, you guys. It was really scary. So now I have to call the insurance company and do a claim and get that all situated because we've been lucky. I mean, we've drove that van on so many trips. We've drive to get the kiddos and, we've never had anything crazy like that happen, but that's driving at night for you. Can't see a freaking thing. I swear to God, it looked like somebody dropped that deer in the middle of the road. It didn't even look, I don't know, but we did notice that we were in an area where there was a lot of trees on both sides of the interstate, so that's probably part of it. But he didn't seem like he knew which way he was going to go, and Corey was trying to judge which way the freaking deer was going to turn. And oh my god! And you just it's so loud, crash! Fucking dog jumped from the back, flew up into the front. Oh my god! We pulled over. I called Beachy. I'm like, we just hit a deer. We haven't even got very far yet. Right? Yeah, that sounds like fun, lunch lady. um, well, in our little friend group, two of us are married and two of us are single. So it's an interesting thing. I mean, if we get on a rant about something, we kind of can divide it up, you know. Everybody's got their own kind of like segmented things to discuss. And then the ones that aren't married are like, that's why we're single. We've all heard that before. You know what though? Why not a challenge, eh? Keeps us on our feet, doesn't it? Right? Exactly. Exactly, J. Brad. We don't even know where the deer went. Honestly, I have no idea. It was so dark out there. We weren't in a lighted area at all. It was just scary. It really was. And we have really dim headlights on the van. It's not that the headlights are dim, but the lenses to it they're old and they need to be replaced. That's on my to-do list to change those because it really like they're really dim compared to normal headlights too. So hey, marriage isn't a contract. It's a I've agreed to hang out with you and be your person. It's not a you can't leave. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a dictatorship. It's a partnership. And it really doesn't matter if you go and have some, you know, everybody's changing everything and moving everything around because I mean, you know, you don't have to do all that if you don't want to. Just yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to wonder when it all became a thing, right? Do any of us really know? Yeah, I have lot of like, not as many now, but they're still my friends. I just don't hang out with them like I used to. But I always had more guy friends, I'd say, than girlfriends until I, you know, met several wonderful ladies on YouTube. But I don't know, just sometimes it was always easier for me to get along with them because women seemed so dramatic sometimes, or you couldn't really be friendly. Like, even if, say, you're married and you marry another married couple, you get one person that's got weird thought processes or jealous, or you know how people get these days. And it's like, oh gosh, yeah, I'd stay away from all of it because it's all happened before. So I'm just like, I'm good with just, yeah, let me just listen to my dogs bark, I guess. Right? Well, it, I would want somebody to come help me if I had a lot of struggle. And she went through a lot to get here, y'all. Like, she had to move. She had friends help her pack her U-Haul, but she had a U-Haul. She had the U-Haul with a tower on it with towing her vehicle, and Beachy with her three cats, a dog, and two lizards. She drove herself all the way from one state to another, like over 9, 10 hour drive. I was so proud of her. That's such a big undertaking. And I felt so bad that none of us were, you know, available or close enough to be able to come with her. But she did a great job, y'all. And that's why we wanted to be here to help her on this end, you know. we couldn't be there to help her on the other end. So her good best friend for 30 years and her son helped her there. And then we're here. She has friends here. They helped her unload. And now we're here to help her set up the homestead and fix things and make sure she's going to be warm. She went almost 2 weeks, y'all, with no running water, no heat, just propane tanks. She was roughing the hell out of it. It was a full on camping. And this was the first time the campfire has been lit. This is our celebration fire, you guys. This is us celebrating Beachy's new place, her new homestead. And yeah, this is really great for her. Tiffles, love. How are you, sweetie? There's my lovely lady. Look at the fire we got, Tiffles. Isn't it beautiful? Bigfoot and Beachy built it earlier. And Bigfoot's been out scrounging up wood and sticks and brush and anything he can find just to keep it going just for me, for the live. That's really sweet. We got a lot of teamwork today. We got a lot to do still, but we made a lot of progress. We got some rods and brackets to hang up, figure out where to put some curtains. I'm on the bathroom. I gotta go. I started hanging up stuff. Beachy cleaned the shower. I gotta move some stuff off the floor and vacuum real good. I think I got all the cobwebs down, but we've just been getting it done. I believe tomorrow, hopefully, the water heater will be here, and then sink faucet, and then everything's good to go. The rest is just organizing, unpacking, putting things up, getting ready for winter, basically. Yeah, it's so warm, you guys. Bigfoot, you did a great job. I really love that. I was going to go back there on the deck on that one, but the fire seems to be quite warm. It'll be colder back there. The lights look good back there, though. I don't know if you can no, you can't see them from this far away. I'm so silly. Tried to walk back there and almost walked into stuff in the dark. Now, see, now the fire's lit up to where we can see around here. This is perfect. We got a big old fire pit going here. It's nice and quiet out here. During the day, there's dogs all up and down through here, so they all hear each other and go back and forth, but, it's not bad. Tiffle said, don't let Bigfoot near the fire after eating chili. You're funny. Do what? Oh, well, it's even more screwed up now because I have my sweater over my tie-dye shirt, and then I have, these camo pants. It's bad, you guys. I know I should have gone and changed that shirt just for you, Tiff. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. I'm gonna be able to see much. Let me turn it front facing, y'all. Now go back. Go back. I got a blue sweater on with my tie-dye shirt underneath it. And these match. My bottoms are like a camo. Yeah, I'm not matching at all, but hey, we're roughing it out here. Oh, we're roughing it. Camera. Here's Beachy. Beachy. Hold on.
I had to eat something. I was hungry.
Oh no, you're good. I would have imagined. Tiffles said, don't let Bigfoot get near the fire after eating chili.
Well, as long as its back ain't to the fire, we're okay. Camouflage parts.
She wanted everybody to see how I'm unmatched.
Well, now she's okay.
I may be unmatched, but I'm not unhinged.
I don't know. That's a matter of perception too. You got blue on with her camouflage, or gray, or pink and black.
I don't match, but it's all good.
But you don't have the
Somebody already noticed that somebody was out of ordinary in the neighborhood because they were in tie-dye. She was already asked about it. Remember when we were out at that fire at the RV? And didn't you have some kind of shoes on? And I kept thinking your shoe was going to catch on fire.
Sneakers on. My high top.
She's like, I shouldn't be doing this. She's lighting it up.
Like melting my shoes.
Shit, I kicked my coffee cup and everything.
Watch out. You can't put too much light stuff on here, man. It's flying.
Oh, shit.
That's the sticks you put on.
Hey, we can see now. Can't we? Shit. Is it too big?
Kind of big. Getting big.
It is. How did it end up that big, Corey? Oh, he's been digging up the brush. He had a wagon full of stuff and everything else. Beachy's over making it bigger. Hold on, guys. We're trying to stack the coals. Hey, Corey, you want some s'mores? Oh, he's on a cleaning spree. He must have drank some kind of caffeine drink.
I just turned the top. I just turned the top.
You had a Pepsi. You sure it wasn't a Red Bull Pepsi? Beachy, prayers for peace and love over your new home. Lots of music and happiness. Yes, lunch lady, for sure.
I can't find my tuner, so we can't have the music yet.
Well, we're going to do that during the day, you guys. We were thinking Sunday because it'll be a little daytime. Unless tomorrow we get enough done. And then you can see all the beautiful colors. They're amazing.
It's as bright and beautiful as New York. I mean, it's not bright.
It is very beautiful here.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it's not brighter.
Now, if y'all go look, I put a bunch of shorts up, and they're shorts. Every time I say that, I think of a pair of shorts.
Put my shorts up.
My shorts
does that mean
up.
You put your shorts later, or does that mean it's...
No, forward. Forward.
Grabber.
You have child like crap on in chat. What? It held J Brad's comment and all it said was man eater. What the fudge? Well, what's on? Is there something on in settings or something? Oh, are you talking about in shorts? I don't know. Oh, okay. I got you. Y'all are making, you guys are funny. Honey, I can't find my lighter. Oh, there it is. I did. You guys, I was rewatching the live I did from the beach in Freeport. Oh my gosh. You could tell when I had gotten into about 6 or 7 drinks. I was using all these old sayings that my mom used to say back in the day. I was like, oh Lord. I was trying to make myself laugh. I always have to approve y'all's comments, I thought, especially Leanie's. I look. Sometimes you don't even have to push anything. Honey, why isn't this thing charging? It's literally going to cut me off. God damn it. No. My coffee keeps spilling. I don't think it was pushed in all the way. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to cam down for a minute and see when my... Can you just go get that block charger? Because I don't know why this isn't working, but could you go get me that?
Okay, the one that's in front of the black thing in the center of them.
Oh, yes. It's in the van. Sorry, guys. I've got this really good block thing on, but it's got, what do you call it? A USB to C, what am I trying? Adapter on it. And I don't think it's doing what it's supposed to, even though it's worked before. You know how these devices are, they put bigger batteries in them so they can suck more power.
Third time.
Turn it on quick. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hurry, Bigfoot. Come back. Here, I need your help, though, to pull this out. I said turn it on. It's right there. No. Oh. No, I didn't want to do it that way.
Okay.
No, I said
whatever.
this way.
Just
Directly.
hook it up.
The direct C to C. There we go. There you go. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm having problems here. There we go. All right, I got it fixed, I think. I don't know what it is, but the C to C charges better than when you try to put an adapter on something. Okay, now I have room for my coffee, so I can quit getting kicked over by me. I think I kicked half of it out.
I just turned the coffee on.
Okay.
Been on for a while, so it's
Beaches, are you using the scissors or a sword? Oh, it's a log thingy.
what it's for.
We got a log clipper.
The whole set out front. You think
Oh my goodness, guys.
it's fucking heavy for me. Yeah, I lifted it up to put that on.
Oh, here she comes.
I'll go for a while yet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tiffles, you are so funny. No, it's not. It's just regular Folgers coffee that we made in here. No, it's not my concoction from the other day that had me shaking like a leaf on a tree. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's wild. Tiffles, both Beachy and Bigfoot have camo on. They can.
This was old pressure footage. Yeah, my back is cold. Exactly.
We're gonna have to let the dogs out, honey. They probably got to go to the bathroom. We're gonna have to let.
I was thinking that probably
We're gonna have to let them out. They've gone mad.
my girl is finally sitting on the couch, not bothering anybody. I gave her the bone.
Well, yeah, don't let them out that way. Let them out over here.
And I
Come
got
on,
rid
the
of
back.
my sandwich. I was not gonna feed her. I gave her a little piece of cheese and some crust I didn't want, and then I dropped the last 2 bites of my sandwich. Of course, the good part.
Well, what do I have on? Let me look at my settings, you guys. My Lord, what is going on? I have no idea what it would be under. General. I don't know what to look at. I didn't think I had anything set. She has the chat set for 6-year-old. Oh, well, how do I have that set like that? I didn't set nothing in the chat any different than any other time. I don't know. I've never heard of it before, you guys, as long as I've been on YouTube. Tiff says I have something set on some kind of 6-year-old thing, and she has to keep approving Lunch Lady's comments. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I didn't set nothing. It always does this share. It does. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I've got set.
Kids, weird comments. You put it that it's okay for children, probably.
Well,
I didn't set that though on anything that I know of. Oh Lord, is that on YouTube or through StreamYard?
That's through.
She has the chat set for 6-year-old. I don't know how. How do you do it that way? I don't even know how I would have done that.
Allow children and anybody to see it.
Yeah, but I thought that was just on your videos, not on the actual StreamYard. I'm so confused. Put in approved words, butt crack, and man eater. You have to do it from desktop version. That thing you call the laptop, use it. Tiff's giving me hell. Yes, I will get that out tomorrow. I will get it out tomorrow. I got it charged up before I left the house. I did bring it. It's YouTube, not StreamYard. Okay, I'll go check it.
All you have to do is like put your phone against it.
See what the hell's going on. I sure will, you guys. You guys are funny. Oh, excuse me. Damn. Well. I must. Tiff, who knows? Good Lord.
You made it that everybody could watch it.
Well, okay, I'm just 6 years old. Tiff, would you like to give us a weather report?
What's the weather? It's really nice here tonight. Woo! I hate bunny rabbits. I love bunny rabbits.
Yeah, me and Bigfoot ate quite a bit of chili last night. We were starving. We hadn't eaten for almost like 24 hours, so we were really hungry. And I'm sure the dogs were like just exhausted because if somebody was tooting right by me, I'd be moving out of the way.
I don't think I tooted once.
Peachy's the only one that was gas free.
I only toot 14 times a year.
You count them?
Well,
Good Lord, I might do that in a day sometimes. I must be in bad shape.
You're supposed to do.
You're supposed to? I'd rather not. I wish it would just not happen at all.
You're supposed to pass gas so many times a day. Like, yeah, whatever.
Well, we've had wild things said in here before, and I don't remember it being. Well, maybe I didn't know. Hey, are you trying to light me on fire, Corey?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm getting scared. We've got sparks. Ow!
What?
I don't know. I thought something got me.
There, you may. Yeah, I love that tool. Oh, the dogs are me yelling. I swear, I can't even stand up next to you. Yeah, the dogs.
They're fucking crazy. I know. If Corey doesn't sit beside me,
You must think you're gonna get murdered someday.
I don't know.
Like, anything reach out and grab you. We're ready.
Yeah, the problem is anytime I've had any situations happen, where the hell they been? They ain't been next to me. I'm gonna have to start taking them everywhere. Good Lord, I about fell asleep in the car when Corey went in to get a drink, and somebody came out and got in the car next to us. Y'all, those dogs lost their shit. They scared the shit out of me. They started barking. I wasn't expecting that.
Try to push it there. I don't think it come down.
Any of them s'mores, yes, let's. I can't talk much. Yes, Beachy said she has the makings for s'mores. But Bigfoot might eat the candy bar before he gets it in the graham cracker. Ow! I'm burning. My legs are burning through my clothes. It reminds me of the heat that I felt on my legs when they got burnt in the Caribbean. Well, you can't see it in the dark, you guys. Oh, yeah, you can. I'm peeling. Look at that. I'm peeling. My whole leg is peeling from the sunburn from what? 3 weeks ago almost. Jesus. I can't believe my phone won't move from this. I let it get too low too fast because I know I was. My daughter messaged me that day that I got, what was it, from NASA, and from Freeport. She goes, "Mom, I saw a picture of you. Your legs were so red." I said, "Yeah, that was from 2 days earlier." And that's why when I went to Half Moon Cay, I didn't go out on the beach much because I was not getting burnt again. So I just wore, like comfy clothes, I think it was a sundress or something, so I could still get some sun, but not like get burnt in the places that were already burnt. No, maybe I wore some capris. I don't remember. But anyway, I didn't dress out, like they used to say for gym. I didn't dress out. Um, I didn't wear my swimsuit and my beach materials. I just wore comfy clothes. But on the excursions I did, I have gotten 2 different swimsuits to wear. Call them tankinis. Yeah, tankinis. Tankini is short for covering up my fat rolls. Oh my lord, I'm silly. Bigfoot, you're so dedicated to the fire. Now we just got to get you home and get you dedicated so we can winterize our house. This is dedication, man. This is like back in the caveman days when you got to have a fire to stay warm. The blizzard's outside. Well, I mean, they call it tankini. It's basically like the top is more, instead of just a top, it's more of a dress that hangs down a little longer. It goes to about the middle of your leg, of your thigh, and then has like boy shorts under it. Or some of them will have, like one of them has boy shorts for the bottoms. My other one is um like those real like high cut bikini bottoms, and I don't wear shit like that these days, y'all. So when I wore the other swimsuit, I just wore the bottoms to the other one because they were way more comfortable. Yeah. And then I have a long, like, it was a really neat, like, beach cover up that matched both the swimsuits, so that worked good. But those are kind of nice because even though they're sheer so that, you're not overheated in the sun, you still get sun, but you don't get burnt. So that's nice. She makes lunch ready and mod, please, so I don't have to. Okay, I can do that. How do I do it when we're on here? I sometimes forget. You push on it. Yeah, right. Learn. How do I do it? Remind me, Tiff. I can't remember. Okay, I got her thing up there. How do I do it now? It's not letting me. It's not showing me how to do it. She's gonna get me now. Okay, so how do I make her a mod again? How do I do it? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've done that. Do I have to do it after the live, or how do I do it during the live? I know you can do it during. Just give me a quick overview. I can't remember, you guys. Yeah, see, yo, I can do stuff and then I'll forget how I did it because I hadn't done it in so long. There's been too many things that have happened since then. I know I did it one time though. What the heck? I thought you highlighted the person's name. I mean, so when I do the next live, you guys, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. We just after we get some things done, maybe later in the afternoon, because we want to bring you guys outside to see the beautiful colors out here, and then play some music, the guitar, and what was I gonna say? Shit. I was going somewhere with that conversation. Give me a minute. I'm trying to rewind. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And then I'll do a panel. I was going to do it tonight, but I'll just do it when it's daytime. I can see, and then I'll try to figure out how to set that up. Because there is a way to do it. Wait, don't do that. That is weird, though, you guys. I'll have to go in and into the YouTube thing and figure out what the hell's going on. Who knows what I've pushed? Yeah, I don't know, you guys. So if you say something out of the ordinary and it thinks it's bad, then it just blocks it. Well, I didn't see anything in here that was bad. 6 years old. Come on, we all know what kids hear out in the public. We know what they hear and learn in school. So come on, YouTube. Seriously. It literally hid J Brad from saying she's a man eater. Oh my word, you guys, that's funny. I go out the other side and let dogs out, but that fire's gonna be burning for a while. We can't even leave this thing has to boil all the way down in order to. Yeah, it's gonna be a long fire, you guys. Look at it. It's got a lot of coals now. You gotta hang a tripod over it and cook some dogs. We're not inappropriate. Oh man, I will definitely go try to figure it out. So you said I have to go into the YouTube studio and fix it or something? Right. Wow. So what? AI is inappropriate now, or is that sensitive? Tiffles, you're funny. Well, look, we could when we get on a call tomorrow, just remind me, and I'll do it when I'm not on StreamYard, and then it'll be easier to maneuver, right? You guys we're on strict instructions to proceed very gently. Hey, you gotta love the weirdness of things that happen and you don't expect it, right, guys? I mean, life would be boring if we didn't have surprises. They may not all be fun ones, though, right? Mm. The crazy thing is my legs are warm. Maybe if I stand up, I can turn around and warm my back. My back is going, I'm fucking cold. Warm me up. Well, I wish y'all were sitting here around the fire with me. It's nice. I've always been about the campfire. Or the house fire. Outside your house. Just don't do like when my husband in our little tiny fire pit, right, has evidently freaked out our neighbor and she called the fire department one night. And I'm sitting in the kitchen and I have the window open a little bit and I'm thinking, what do I keep hearing? Well, it was that the sound of their engine because it's such a big truck, and you could just hear it, right? And I look out and I'm like, who in the hell's Corey talking or Bigfoot talking to? Next thing I know, I look out and it's the fire department. They were giving him the instructions on, what's allowed, what's not allowed, what you can burn, not burn. And the lady tried to say that he left the fire unattended and it was 6 foot tall. It never reached 6 foot. I was like, no. And he was in and out of the bathroom in like a few minutes. It's like, look, you just looked out the doggone window, thought the whole damn yard was on fire and panicked. Oh my gosh, lunch lady, those are so good. They have these little tiny, they almost look like a miniature pie that they make at Little Caesars now, and they're not called rolls, but I don't know what they call them. But they have ones with pepperoni in them. They're so damn good. Oh my gosh, they're really good. Right? That's true. That's going to take a long time to burn down, isn't it? But we'll have some for tomorrow. Oh, my coffee's gone. I tried to drink it and it's gone because half of it ended up on the ground. I hope the freaking grass loves my coffee. Oh, I just love them. Well, you're amazing. If I've cooked in a lot, large amounts of food, but never quite that much. So that's a lot of work. That's exhausting. Yeah. So yeah, it was a really long road trip, you guys, with the 3 dogs. But like I said, it's kind of like kids. If you travel at night when they're normally asleep, you have a lot more peaceful travels. Yeah. Other than the deer deciding to scrape the glass and rip the mirror off because I guess he needed it more than we did. I don't know. I don't know if we. I don't think we. I don't think we did him in, but he did us in. Almost. Lunch lady said, "Don't pee on your s'mores. It will taste weird tomorrow." Night, Tiffles. Help me with that tomorrow, though. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that that happened. Wow. Oh, you guys, we're always around. We just keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? Best thing to do. If it's too loud, walk on. Find a quieter place and stay there, right? You know. It's just nice to be able to go and like I was saying the other day, if I had the means and wasn't so broken myself, I would definitely be down there helping all those storm victims. I mean, me and Corey have we have a lot of knowledge. We know how to do a lot of stuff, and we could really. I just wish I had the money to just go down there and build them all like some tiny homes or get them back in a home. I just feel so bad for everybody, and it's heart wrenching. I watched the hell out of that hurricane stuff for like the first week, and it just made me more and more depressed for everybody down there. For all those people. It's just life changing stuff, and they all need prayers. That's for sure. There's a lot of people that are collaborating together and helping, and it's great. But there's never enough help, and you can always use as much as possible. So we may not be able to be there, physically and physically help that way, but we're praying from the sidelines. That's just Tiffles. What she says that to us every night. Night heathens. You could say pew pew. That's wild. Oh my lord. They haven't given up a beat. They just hear mommy out here talking. They're like, what the hell? Let them out. I don't know how they'll do around the fire. They might be okay. You never know. I've seen people almost fall over in a fire before years ago when we were all hanging out, camping and having beverages. Oh my goodness. It was, yeah, it's nothing you want to see. Never leave anybody unattended by a fire if they can't sit up straight. Well, in the morning, I will post if we're going to do a live tomorrow or Sunday, but I'll try to get it out there a little ahead of time today. I tried to do it 6 hours ahead. I need to try to do it sooner. You know what it's like when you're busy and you're trying to, let me come up with, what am I going to say this one's about? What picture am I going to put up? This preparations, we call them. Lunch lady, you're funny. It's cool that you guys, that she found those, what do they call them there? I was going to say a tweezer. That's not what that is. A log grabber? A log fork? No, they're like I don't know what you call it. It's a grabber. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I was gonna ask Leanie where she was. I saw she was traveling around with it looked like family members, and I saw a lot of footage, but I wasn't sure. It looked like she was with her family. Need to go get some coffee, y'all. It's cold. Log tweezer. We are in so much trouble with these doggos. They don't like to be away from us. They don't like to be. But if they'd all behave and get along and not get mad at each other, you got the little dog trying to chase the cats. You got 3 dogs trying to bark at the big dog. The big dog ain't barking. Lucy ain't barking at nobody. But the little dogs are feel threatened by her because she's a big girl. And it's like, oh my lord, get off of it. I mean, how do animals get along out in the wilderness back in the day? I guess they don't get along out there either, though. They have their fights and stuff too. So I guess it's just a matter of that. Oh, then I was lost. She ended up at the little house on the prairie. Yeah, right? Yeah, there was, I was like trying to figure out what was going on. I'm getting cold. The whole time, y'all, the front of me's been warm, but the back side's a whole different story. Yeah, I need a chair that turns me around every once in a while and runs me backwards around the fire. Oh my goodness. I try to do, I was experimenting at one time when I was doing, because you get different people are busy at different times of the day. And so sometimes it's fun to do night lives, sometimes it's fun to do day ones, daytime. Just depends on what you're out gonna see. You know, we're trying to do the Friday, do the bonfire, kind of a celebration. We just got a couple more steps, and the house will be fully functionable. So that's exciting. But prayers, everybody, that the water heater goes through and shows up, and that'll be great because Beachies, yeah, we need some hot water. Been heating water on the stove in big pots and then using it to wash dishes and stuff. So there's always a way, even if you have to rough it. The important thing to remember is that make sure you always can rough it. Make sure that you can always live off of the land and figure out how to survive, because there's all these crazy natural disasters and unexpected solar storms and different things that we have a lot of stuff coming our way. We need to be prepared and be able to deal with no electricity and go out and get wood if you need heat. You just got to be able to do it. um you know and if you travel and you have a van and you're doing road trips, get a van that you can put a mattress in the back, get something that you can convert into a sleeping space, because that's one of the things that makes traveling way cheaper, is not having to go to hotels and different places, and everything's so expensive nowadays, gas and everything. So if you do get a chance to get away, make sure you find a way to cut some of that down, because then you'll be able to go and do stuff more if you keep the accommodations costs down. It really makes a difference. um yeah, but it's oh no, I hate that when you get woke up early. You need a new deep freeze. You're right. Well, those are handy for sure. Definitely agree with that. But yeah, so any of you guys that came in late, I tried to wait a little while before I talked about my very fascinating but absolutely crazy cruise. So, but I have like I said, a whole lot of shorts I've posted on the way here, and then after we got here, of different things we've been doing. I'm gonna wait, and the inside there's a lot of unpacking that still needs done, so we're gonna stick to the outside for now. But big changes have happened. I probably should have done it before and after on the yard, because it was pretty gnarly for a while, but it's decent now. As good as it's going to get without a major, when you one of them big, huge rakes that you can rake like a whole bunch of leaves really fast. I love it. I have one at home. I call it a fan rake. It's not what it's called, but that's what I call it, because it's fanned out. It's really wide, and you can pull and move a lot of leaves at once. Yeah, it's a lifesaver. Yeah, well, we couldn't take that deer with us because we didn't have a truck to throw it in the back of, and I don't think that it died. Corey thinks that we just heard it, and I don't know where he went. He heard us more than he's probably heard.
There would have been significant damage.
Yeah. So
I've seen deer get
it was a challenging situation, but that was really the only negative thing that happened on the way up. So, yeah, right. Thank God. Besides the guy falling asleep in the wheel of behind the wheel of a semi in front of us and swerving all over the road, that was my anxiety was through the roof on that one. But yeah. Well, I love you all, and I appreciate every one of you guys coming and hanging out with the fire at Beachy's new place, and we'll all be more lively tomorrow. But yeah, I'll take you guys. We'll have some, I was gonna say tea, but maybe a little coffee or whatever you like from the back deck with all the pretty green lights on it that I really wish that you could see better out here, but it's crazy. You just can't unless you're like on the deck, but I was close to it. I'm just going to come around here for a minute. Yeah, so they're all around the whole deck. Get out some light. Okay, I'm looking down so I don't walk into the mower or the. Oh, there's ash coming out everywhere. I'm gonna move my chair over. Here, hold this, sweetie.
Still live?
Just getting ready to hold that. I'm gonna move my chair. I'm gonna probably go put it back on the back porch. That'd be a good idea. It'd be safer there, right? Yeah. Oh, look here. Who we got here? PCT. What are you doing?
I thought you were on the chair.
Well, thank you for hitting the like, sweetie. I always forget to say those things like, share, and subscribe, please. I get all excited and I forget to raise those reminders, right? Oh goodness. I was telling what happened on my crazy cruise, um, and kind of like starting from the beginning, and then right now we are in Michigan, and I was talking about what happened on my way. We hit a deer, not full on, but he kind of wiped out our driver's side mirror and did a little bit of damage on one side, but that was the craziest thing that happened on the way up. Um, we weren't even out of our state yet before we had that incident. So, and we're traveling PCT with the 3 dogs. So it's been quite wild. It's been beautiful here. It really has. Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness, that scared me to death. You know how it is when you get startled or like get in an accident and you're like heart's racing because the adrenaline's going and you're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? That shit's crazy. Yeah, we've gotten a lot done though. So we're sitting out here having a little fire, PCT, little Friday night fire. We haven't had any critters come visit us yet. There's Leanie. Bonfire. Re-streamlined out. Yeah, make sure PCT yours isn't set on 6 years old. Evidently, I need to fix my chat somehow. Leanie's running through the fire. You should go up that way and let them out to go potty before they go crazy. I've gone mad. She's turned up the flames. Do you mean outlaws or in-laws, Leanie? Just curious. Excuse me. I think my throat's getting dry from the fire. Oh my goodness, you guys. My in-laws are outlaws. Oh, I gotcha. Right? We have a couple of those in our family too. I told my daughter that we were going to be busy and helping a friend, and not to be giving us a hard time, or you know suddenly needing something when we're out of state. And well, she found something she needed. He was just going mad on the phone earlier, and I was like, "Look, could you imagine if I blew up your phone that much and then started ringing your significant other's phone as well for laundry money?" I was like, "Good Lord, these young people nowadays are something else." That's all I have to say. That just wraps it up in a nutshell right there. I was like, "Wow." Now, if you try to get a hold of them and are persistent, they just ignore their phone. So I thought I might try the same thing. Right? I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I get along with my mother-in-law, but we've clicked horns before a couple times, and yeah, but it is what it is, right? You just try to be smile and be polite, and that's all you can do. PCT, you have to rewatch the part of the live. It's probably midway through well, no, not midway through. I started it in the beginning, and then you'll hear the whole story about the cruise, and that the solo cruise with all the excitement of what you'd normally deal with at home. You gonna go up there and let them out? Oh, I am, but like, they might not come out. Well, they do. They might bark at me. Yeah, Gizmo might jump on me. We got plans for them. I don't even know if they'll be able to see out here. Probably. Oh heck, that's easy enough. Just slides over. I was gonna move away from the fire and move over there, but I'd be even colder, y'all. I know I would. I'm gonna get bamboozled. Watch, the dogs are mad. I got them this really cool fountain, you guys, and I know you guys have seen it, but it's a fountain. It's either for cats or dogs. Plug it in, it lights up LED, and the little spout on top, and it filters the water through and keeps it clean. And hi guys, hi. Yeah, I love you. Go potties. Go potties. Everybody go potty. You want to be on YouTube? What do you got to say for yourself down there? Huh? Yay. Go potty. Not over here by me. The yard's over there. Watch out. The Three Stooges are looking around in the dark. Hi, I love you, buddy. I know. I know. I know. I'm sorry, Leanie. I don't know what happened. I'm going to fix it. Tiffles told me there was something wrong with the chat. I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember pushing anything. Nothing that I haven't used before. I didn't know that though. Leanie, tell me how to fix it, please. Tiffles said to go into the YouTube settings. I know. I don't know what happened. I don't remember changing anything. I haven't like changed any settings or anything. I just don't know what to do. Yeah. It was weird. It was. I agree with you guys 100%. I just don't know. I've never had that happen, but she said that it's happened before on in the chat. I wasn't aware, so I will check it out. I don't know, guys, but I will have it fixed before the next live. I promise. Can you guys see out there in the dark? You find your way back. We're making it, stacking it so it'll burn down.
Yeah. Fall down right next to it. Down.
Yeah, we don't want to catch the outer ring on fire.
Turn the stump down.
We don't have a ring yet. We haven't gotten that far. So there's wood blocks around the outer perimeter. And then Corey did an outer burn around the edge so that to try to keep everything in the middle. Oh, you guys doing good? It's going crazy. They wouldn't rest. They have to be near me every minute or they can't be quiet. Y'all, side note, right? Are you back home yet, Leanie? Are you back to the homestead? You didn't make any money last night. Heck, I still have to call the cruise line and see what the heck they got going on. They got my PayPal card that I used when I was on the boat because I was just adding money as I went. I didn't want to give them any kind of card they could just put a bunch of charges on because, I talked to a few people and they gave me some heads up on that. And so I would add money when I was going to use it. And they've still got like some kind of a balance on my PayPal card that there's no way I owe. And I don't know if I have to call them or call the cruise line, but somebody's going to hear about it. Oh, I got you. Right. You know what I used to, well, it was my second husband, but I remember I used to tell him, when do I get my paycheck for the week? I've been home all week doing 10 jobs. You're only doing one. Or did he? That's wild, you guys. Okay, I'm going to go walk inside for a minute. I'm freezing. Oh my God, this is a mess. Okay, I'm going to set you guys down for a second. I have that the ash overflows seem to seep over to my table. Right. I'll walk back this way. Try. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Come in here. Clean the dogs off real quick. Oh God, they got the pillow on the floor. All right, 1 second. What the frig are you guys doing in here? Jesus. Oh my goodness, dogs. Y'all are naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Need some scissors. We've got loose carpet here, and it looks like little man decided to take it upon himself to bite the carpet some more. So that's gonna be a big mess to clean up. Uh, so yeah, that's what's going on here. These guys have been naughty for whatever reason. Well, other than the fact that you know how dogs are, they don't like to be segregated off anywhere. shaking this rug off real quick. Okay. Here. Here, let's give you guys a little spray. Here it gets one. Come on. I'm gonna get you guys some spray. Come in here. Come back inside. It's cold. Come on. Come on. No, get in here, you guys. Oh my gosh, they won't listen, y'all. Come on. Come on. It's cold. Shut the door. There we go. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Brr. It is getting cold. I gotta turn the heat on. Okay. I'll carry you guys over here and show you guys this, what the dogs have done to the carpet, trying to dig their way out. Oh my gosh. Here's the dog fountain. That looks like I need to add some water to it. Emma's taking a drink. So that's pretty cool. Has a little mat that goes underneath it. Yeah, yep. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, I'm Gizmo. There's Milo. Emma. Ow, that was my leg. You guys are excited. Get off my tote. Get down. Down. Y'all are naughty. Get down. Oh, no. Shh. Get down, I said. Y'all are crazy. Wild and crazy. Okay, you guys, these guys are about to wear me out. Okay, gracious. Shh. Quiet now. Okay, well, these guys are telling me that they want me to play with them, I guess, for a little bit. So I'm gonna go out here so I can hear. Stay right there. 1 minute. No! Oh, the fucker got out anyway. Squeeze right through there. Here, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Thank you. He got right out behind me, you guys. He's too quick. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just got attacked by a swarm of bees. No, I'm just kidding. But all right, everybody. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you didn't catch the whole live rewatch, hit the like for me, please. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't know, but it will definitely be before dark so that we can enjoy the beautiful fall foliage. And oh, the moon is shining through the trees. Let me see if I can capture that. Barely. I mean, it looks minuscule, but it's all up behind there. And here's the whole deck of green lights all the way around. Oh, my back hurts from sitting in that chair for so long. All right, guys. Well, you guys take care. Get to bed. Get some sleep. Happy Friday, almost Saturday. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.